How's it going, fuckers? Welcome to Frank the Tank. Today I am going to give you my Civ 7 wish list. So, the history of Civilization release dates are about 4 to 6 years apart, roughly, and it's been 4 years since Civ 6 released. So, we should be coming up on Civ 7 in the next year or so. And I thought I'd give you my wish list. Yeah, I got 7 topics of discussion, and I'm gonna include one bonus one just at the end there for you. So, I want a bigger Earth. The starting Earth. This is a modded modded Earth. The starting Earth they send you is really small. For example, the Iberian Peninsula here, you could probably only fit 2 cities, if that, on the Earth. On top of that, I would like more New World civs so that it's more balanced on there. Maybe the Mayans. I know this is controversial, but maybe even the Confederate States. I don't know if that would be considered a civilization. I'm sure there's some native tribe out there I don't know about that is also here. I did like the Cree in this game. I really like the Inca. I like a lot of things about Civ 6. So that's my first one. And the second one is I want Hitler to lead Germany. It's been too fucking long. Hitler has not led Germany since. I don't think anybody, when they think of great German leaders, they don't think of Frederick, and I guarantee you they don't think of Bismarck from Civ 5. So I want that fixed. It's just appalling. Why? I understand it's controversial, just like the Confederate States, but it's history. I don't think you can have a history game and not be controversial. And on top of that, this isn't really anything to do with that, with Hitler, but I'm just going to include it in the same one. 'Cause I want Hannibal leading Carthage instead of this Dido bitch. He's just my favorite general, so it's kind of just a personal thing of mine. And for my third point, I would like longer eras. You could go into a war and literally switch from warriors to musket men in the standard era. If the war goes on long enough, and it doesn't even have to be that long, you can switch eras within that war. I would just like the eras longer drawn out, and I know there's slower game speeds, but that slows down the production speed as well, and I just don't like that. I think that just slows down the game to an abrupt halt. But I think slowing down the eras and the length in between when you get certain units, I think that would be beneficial. For my fourth point, I would like, especially with what's going on in the world right now with the coronavirus, I think a plague system would be really interesting. Maybe it could take out populations. I would not know how it would work. I do trust Firaxis, so they would probably figure it out. And on top of that, world events would be pretty cool as well. I think that would be pretty cool, and just having world events that just keep the late game interesting. Because the late game is probably the most boring in Civ 6. I think that's a popular opinion. And I think that would just I don't know how it would work again. Maybe if you lose enough population, it affects your amenities. Again, I don't know. I do trust Firaxis because they did come up with some smart concepts that nobody else would think about. And for my fifth point, I would like customization options to be a thing. Maybe create your own civ, or even create your own governor. I don't think they would have. I don't think you'd be able to play online with this unless it's a private game or something like that. And they would need to have some restrictions within the customization options, of course. But I think any customization is great. I really did enjoy how they added the map editor. I think that was a real plus. And I think Civilization is heading in the right direction. regarding the customization options. And for my 6th point, this is kind of a weird one. I think a competitive league would be really interesting. I don't know, maybe just ranked, maybe a ranked league. I don't know how this would be implemented, but I think a pro league civ, it would be really weird. I don't think I'm don't quote me on this, but I'm not sure if any strategy game of this scale has a pro league. Maybe Total War, but that might just be the battles. But I don't know. I think I think it would be interesting. I don't think they'd have it would have to be done in parts, I would think, if they were going to do the standard time, or if they do the online, it could be just a 6-hour session. But I don't think the Civ players that would watch it would like that. So I think it would have to be done in standard time or what have you. But I think that it would be really interesting. And for my 7th point, and don't forget to stick around for the bonus one, is better AI. The AI has been atrocious in this game. Excuse me, for years and fucking years. And I think it's time to be done with it. Seriously, like, this can't be a thing anymore. I understand that in this game it's probably harder to program the AI to be smart, seeing as there's so much variables going on, and like what to build, where to put their units. Unit placement, I think, is probably the hardest to program. I'm not a programmer myself, but I could assume. And I just think better AI is for the better in this game. And I think it's doable. I don't know if it ever does happen. I'd be astonished. And for my final and bonus point, I think creating vassal states would be really interesting. If you are dominating a civ in a war, or if your military strength is just so great, maybe you can just make in the peace treaty, you make them a vassal state, and then you get control of their military or their cities or something like that, but you don't have full control per se. Again, this is not something I know how to do. This is just my idea. And I haven't really thought this through too much. I just kind of threw this together. So I don't know how it would be done, but again, I trust Firaxis a lot. And Firaxis did a lot of things that a lot of people didn't like in this game, but I think actually turned out for the better. I think the art style ended up being really good. I think the districts, a lot of people didn't like the districts beginning. I think that ended up being really good. A lot of things did end up being really good, whether it was controversial or not. And I can't wait for Civ 7. And but for now, I am quite fine with Civ 6. I've been enjoying myself a lot. Anyways, thank you for watching, fuckers and fuckettes. See you later.